we're going live in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Let's get it. It's Saturday. Markets are closed right now, and I'm home. So what we're gonna do is just back test the strategy. We're gonna go through some examples. Not really some examples, because looking at my logs here, this is kind of where I've started with this backtest series, whatever it is. And I do have some journals up to at least this is a month full of journals. I need like a year or even 2 years, so I'm just gonna go slowly, no rushing. And in the meantime, I'm also trading the same strategy live, so I'm kind of doing both, right, and taking data on both. So on the backtest side, I only have data for March, and then I think we did I just didn't journal those trades though, but I do have them here for the month of April. So there's a trade on the 4th, on the 7th, on the 8th, and on the 9th. So if we can just review those real quick, and then it would be better if I put them here, but I don't know why. For some reason, probably just didn't get time, but I'll do that today. And also make sure today's trades are also journaled. I just feel like when I'm back testing and then I still have to do this, it's kind of taking a little bit more time, so I prefer to just go just to one day to the next, and then after we're done with the session, I can just come and put in the data. We'll see how it goes. I can just do it whatever. So pretty some good examples. I've already reviewed this in past backtest sessions, so I don't need to go through them again, but let's go through these trades here. So what I'm gonna do is just go day by day. So I'm gonna just use one window here, and that's track which day. I'm gonna start with the 4th. I don't think that's journaled, man. I'm not sure what day this is. Oh crap, can I show the date anywhere? This is something that I'd taken, and I think it hit TP. Okay, let's see, maybe that's the one on the 4th. So this is just this year. I'm just back testing this current year, and probably when I catch up, I might just go back and start in January, or just, I don't know, whatever, man. I do trade only the 12 p.m. candle, which is the 3 to 4 p.m. candle EST before the market closes. I mean, it does close at 5 p.m., but after 4, the market tends to slow down, right? So the expansion of that 1 hour candle, that 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST candle, is kind of what focusing on, right? And I feel like there's just so much that you can do just around that 1 hour for me to even start thinking about doing anything more than that. And it's just perfect for me, man. Wake up, go take your breakfast, do whatever, and then just lock in at 11:30 and get ready to see if there's any setup at 12 to 1 p.m. If there's no setup, we just wait for the next day. And so far I've been seeing at least 2 in a week, sometimes 3. We're still taking data on that, and so we'll see. I think after 6 months I'll be in a better place to kind of know how that strategy really performs. I'm just tired of jumping from one strategy to the other. I've done that for quite a long time, and I think that was just stupid and dumb at the same time, honestly. Jumping from one strategy to the other, all strategies win, all strategies lose. It's just your mindset. So you're just gonna stick to one and just stay with it. It's tough, so if you're still jumping, just keep jumping. When you get tired, you'll lock in on one if they realize that it's your mindset. All right, let's go get it. So let's go to the 4th. I'm gonna use this rewind tool here. Where is it? Wait. Hold up, wait a minute. Don't we have it? Oh, this is FX replay, guys, so they don't have that rewind. Okay, so we might have to just track it then. I wonder though if we can lock in. Oh, I think we can. So the 4th is this one. Let me see if I can lock in. Okay, so if I go to the 1 minute, it needs to be. How does that feature work? So I put it here, right? And so how do I go there then? Makes no sense to me. All right, let's just do it manually. Where are we? Let's just get rid of that vertical. I thought when you click it, when you go down to a lower time frame, it just stays around that area. I probably there's something I'm missing. Find that out later. In the meantime, I'm just go to the 4th manually. 9th. Oh, you have some rewinding to do. What is this? There we go. So it seems like it was a no setup day, and that has to go in the journals as a no setup day, because pretty much what I wait for is a candle closure above the previous 1 hour and the previous low, and in this case nothing really happened here. So we get to 1 p.m. and so it was a no trading day, although we did have this nice drop down. I just didn't have a way to enter here. Looking at this sell side liquidity here, there was a really nice setup that happened, but I kind of needed to happen below the low of the 12 p.m. candle, right? So the 12 p.m. candle opens up here and it just kept on going up. That's because the setup had already formed just some minutes before 12 p.m. So I've seen this a couple of times where I've missed a trade, and so we just taking journals on that, so we can see if on the times not to require, because we've taken that low and that low as well. Seems like there's a change in the state of delivery. They do like to fake that first one, so to take out early sellers, which they did, because you'd have thought they'll keep going to that high, but they just come down anyway. So that means there was no trade that day, and the next day I think that should have been that was on a Friday, typical. So let's go see what the 7th look like. Okay, what is going on here, brother? Why don't we have more data? Where do we get 7, 8 and 9 from? Oh, okay. Man, we gapped down. Jesus, that's a huge. We saw a lot of this in the month of April. Let's go see what the 7th look like. I'm just curious. Why the 7th? Was it like a weekend? Okay, yeah, 4, 5, 6. So we jumped to the 7th, which is on Monday, which looks like it was a nice trade. And this is what I was saying. So once the 11 p.m. candle closes, which should close somewhere here, I want to see what's the high, the previous 1 hour high and the previous 1 hour low, and I'm waiting for that setup to form just below that 1 hour previous 1 hour high. And then when we have like a pull like this here, like a 15-minute fair value gap, a 5-minute fair value gap, or a 1 hour fair value gap, and this week I saw a daily fair value gap, it makes it even better. So we dive into that pool and we shoot up. That's our bounce candle right there. Once we touch it, we are in, and our stop loss at the lowest low, and then we just let that trade do its thing. If this was supposed to, it was gonna lose, we'd give it another chance with going in with half the risk of the initial risk here. If that loses, then we're done for the day, because we're done. Like, we also kind of have to factor out our capital retention. So what happened is we got tagged in, got in some drawdown a little bit, and it shot up. So this was me back testing. I don't know if I took this live. So that right there, honestly guys, I would have broken even, but that is something I'm also coming into terms, because it can easily come down and take me out after seeing 1:2. So I need to be mentally okay with that, because in this case we came back, could have easily taken that low, but they didn't. Actually even formed another setup here, because we do have a high and a low that took out this low as well. That low kind of traded bit. That's maybe just a tick, or that's equal lows, and then we traded up. So we have a low, high, low, low, or a high, low, high, high, and there's a fair value gap. So we see that high paired with a fair value gap right there in a breaker kind of, and it slightly comes, doesn't even get into that fair value gap, but we do have another one here, and we just shoot up, and I think it did hit my TP right there. So that would have been 80% right there of 1:2, or factor out that there's gonna be some retracement, but we can get something much better up there. So that was a full 3.86. So yep, so we did get that one. That ended up around here, so that will go to the journal, and we also have to include that retracement coming from this. I think this was a 5-minute something here. We see that a lot. Sometimes it crosses those 5-minute bumps, 5-minute fair value gap. Sometimes it gets there and it reverses. So what's the best thing to do, bro? I don't know. So even if I took a partial and reduced my risk by half, it would have taken me out. So maybe take a partial and then just leave the stop loss alone. So if it takes you out, you at least offset that risk a little bit. Anyway, let's go see what happened on the 8th. So I'm pretty much looking for the same thing over and over. What is all these drawings, bro? Here's the 8th. Again, no trade on the 8th. So the trade just decided, hey, I'm just gonna keep going down. So in these cases, there's nothing I can do. And then I did see a setup from here, but this was just too late, 12:55, and it didn't do so much. I think this was a really nice trade, and I feel like if it wasn't for the market closure, if this happened a little bit earlier, I think it would have gone up a little bit. But all I saw on this trade was 0.95. So I'm thinking like the later it gets to, the closer it gets to 1 p.m., the probability of this thing seems to become less, especially if we've traded so low. But then we had this pull over here, which is a 15-minute fair value gap. I feel like it was just predisposed. I was just gonna keep going lower, but because it was a 15-minute fair value gap, maybe they just had to respect it a little bit. But we were just too bullish for the day, and we took that loss, which is pretty much okay. So yeah, that could have easily also just worked. So we just, keep going. And then we took the last trade on the 9th. So this week we did 4, 7, 8, 9. I wonder why. What happened to 6? So we did no. We did April. We did 4, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. So we're gonna start from 10th today. So let's see what the 9th looks like. Right here, beautiful trade. That's just textbook right there. Oh boy, this is kind of what I want to see every day, honestly. So one thing I'm noting is when price just comes straight to the target, most of the time it keeps going up. So that's just something I'm gonna also look for. Instead of just settling for 1.86, I can see maybe break even or just pay myself a little bit, just even if it's just 1:1. And be okay not taking 1.8, be okay with just 1:1, just to see if I can keep going up. Because I've noticed this a lot. When it just tags me in and then just goes straight to my target, there's a high probability that that trade keeps going up a little bit, and we could get a little bit more. So instead of 1.86, we can squeeze in at least 2 to 2.5 and get a good win out of that. So again, you see with that's the high of the previous. That's the high of 11, and that's the lowest low of 11 p.m. the 11 p.m. candle. 12 opens up where here, right here is 12 p.m. and we just trade down. This is just textbook. This is kind of now what I want to see. Like, that's just my strategy right there. So 1, 2, 3, that's manipulation or whatever. We trade below that low, and then immediately we just go up. So we have a low, we have a high, low, and a high, and then we just retest that high candle over there, which is my breaker. And I think this is that venom ICT talks about, and I think he said that it's not supposed to go below that the half of that fair value gap. I think he's mentioned some of that, but that's not really my focus. All I want to see is that breaker, and then in the meantime I'm noticing that venom stuff. It's just amazing how some of those concepts just coming together, and you just need to choose one, and sometimes it just, so that right there, that's an island or venom, whatever, two fangs. But pretty much what I'm looking for is just that breaker. My stop loss just goes below here, but if you do believe that's the venom, then your stop loss can just go below that fair value gap right there, or this candle. And I think he said once it comes down, your entry is the, I think this candle here, That's your entry, and your stop loss just below here. So if that's what I was doing this day, I think I would have gotten a very nice value. We're looking at 4.5 when we get there, but that's just something we're gonna look at much later when when we feel like maybe we need to adjust this strategy for some reason. But for now, I'm just okay with what I have. It's kind of working for me. And then later, when we kind of when we are in deep profits, then we can start playing such games. So I was okay settling with 1.86. A win is a win to me. But as I said, we closed above here. My entries, once we touch that bounce zone, the breaker right there, my stop loss is way down here, and I think I also need that 5-minute fair value gap to confirm. And it did, and it just bounced. It just went straight, and that was a nice trade. So this right here is just this low, the manipulation, the leg that goes down to form to like a fake, because I'm sure a lot of people started selling here, but some of those abrupt candles does not really mean that hey, we're going down. This right here could have fooled you, right? Because you entered here, it worked. Probably you think it's gonna be the same here, and it's like, yeah, now there's really nothing that could have kept. I mean, it might as well have gone down, and you probably, if that's your strategy, you've seen that so many times, it just reversed here. I mean, every day is a win for someone and it's a loss for someone else. So I think this is a cake that we can all eat from, as long as you know how to lose, because I heard that a good trader is the best loser, knows how to lose, or whatever, something like that. So we touch that and we just shoot up. So, and I think that session I'd only chosen up to 9. I think that's the most I could have chosen, because there's really no more data here. What is this? This is 11:59 p.m. but as I try to go, it says here your simulation has finished. So what we're gonna do is get out of here and go from create another session. That will probably be from the 10th to where we are today. So it'll probably just maybe give us to the 7th, and that's pretty much okay. And then let's see how far I can go to get some more data. But if you follow me so far, you can see that our strategy is just simple. All you gotta do is just learn about that breaker stuff, and pretty much what I'm looking for is just a level that we can trade to, like that. And then I'm looking for, let's say, like a fair value gap here, or a point of interest where I think is a strong support, and then we just need to trade to it, right? And the last up candle here, I just wait for us to close above it, and that last up candle before we went down is my entry, right? So once price comes and touches me here, I'm in, and I'm waiting to see if we can go up. So my entry looks something like this, and to the lowest low in that section over there, and then just looking for the other side of the 1 hour. So it's just that simple. That's what we're gonna be looking for today. That's all. We're just gonna get more data, so we can see the type of variations happening around that, whatever. So let's go, let's get it. I'm gonna go back, create another session here. So fine saying 37.84, but this is not really my concern here. So we're gonna do a new session here. It's gonna be Backtest Saturday. Do we have to name this? Backtest Saturday. Yeah, I'm just gonna name it today. What is today? Is the 4th March 10/25, and the balance, we're gonna start from 100k. No, what I'm gonna do is I need to find out what the one that we have right now is 103k something. 103k, crap, 103,768. So let's just go on from there. 107.52. Okay. We're trading the Nasdaq, that right there, and we're gonna start from April the 10th. I'll start from the 9th, so we can just jump to the 10th, and we want to do it until the farthest we can do, which is the 8th of this month, so there's no data for yesterday. So that looks good to me. Chart layout, what does this mean? Whatever. We're Gucci and we can go on from where we left. Let's go. So it's this right here and we're gonna play it. Someone just came in and left. What do you guys want? Okay, and we have the same. This is we already did this, so I just started from the previous day. So let's keep going. So what we do is just come here, go to, and then you say custom settings, and I want to go to that's 15, or that be 12. That's 3 p.m. right? So how did I say 15? It's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like 13:59. No, 14:59. Can we do that? We cannot. So it has to be like, okay, that's okay. So that's gonna be like 11. It's gonna take me to 11:59 p.m. right there. So it's not really the start of the New York PM session, but I don't know what else to name it. So that just represents that for me. So what I do is I say go to, so it can take me to the next day, and let's go. Boom. Why did we not change here? This one left. This one left it. There we go. There we go. So that should be with 11:59 a.m. exactly. And my time is UTC -7. That's PDT 7. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. I thought it's supposed to be PST, but right now, because of that daytime stuff, only in America, they call it PDT. Now, what we do from here, I don't need to see any markings right now. Why is this on here? Oh, good job. So what we do from here is we mark out the previous 1 hour high. What I'm gonna do is just go next, so the new 1 hour candle opens. So now I can have my previous high, which is right there. I'll pull that to 3 p.m. that's okay. I like to pull it to 1 p.m. but we can do 3 p.m. that's fine, and just call that the previous 1 hour high, and this one's called the previous 1 hour low right there. Previous 1 hour low. And so all we're waiting for is price to either trade above this high and look for a reversal, or price to come down and we look for a reversal to go up. That's all. That's it. And we're not playing here, man. That's just keep it that simple. This is too far. I need this to get pulled to 1 p.m. right there, and all this should be done with an indicator. I just don't know if we have them. And we Gucci, man. So what I like to do also is kind of see where we are. If I go to the, but that's enough actually. That's just enough. Like, but you know, let's do some analysis here. Confuse ourselves even further. I do know that we got here, so let's go to the weekly. This is where we are. So there's really nothing apart from that weekly balance over there, which we could get to, but I don't want to confuse myself with that too much. But I do like to note that previous day high. That's the least you can do in terms of your, and this is just too far, but I'll still mark it anyway. Actually, I don't have to. I don't think we're gonna be going down there. And if we do get down here, it's just too many points. I think I'll have already gotten my feel. 1,800 points, bruh. I don't need that much. 200 points is good with me. Anyway, we're good. Let's look at the 4 hour. Honestly, we don't need so much, man. We Gucci. Sometimes I do like that 4 hour, because I've noticed too that the same thing I'm waiting to see on the 1 hour can also happen on the 4 hour, where we just trade above that previous 4 hour and then we start trading downwards. So maybe that's when on my 1 hour, on the 1 hour time frame, I don't really need to see a trade above that one, because when that was fulfilled, and I think there's a trade that I just saw go by, and the same thing had happened on that 4 hour chart. Now same thing too, I want to see it on the whatever, like this day we trade below the previous day high, especially on the fourth candle, 1 2 3 swing low, and then the fourth candle is taking out that third candle that forms the swing low. Bruh, let me see if there's another example nearby. This is kind of the fifth one that did that. 1 2 3, and then on the fourth one, the fifth candle takes out the fourth one. Look at that. Let me see if there's another one. Swing low here, 1 2 3, the fourth one takes the third candle, and then look, it's just that in itself is a strategy, bro. I just feel like it takes too much time. This one is equal lows, but 1 2 3 tried to, but didn't have to, just shoots up. I want to see if there's another one. So pretty much does something. Oh, here's another one, and you can notice when that happens, there's a huge like movement. 1 2 3, that's a swing low, and then the fourth candle before it goes up takes out the third candle that forms the swing low. And look at that, bruh. There's a time I said I'll start tracking that, but I don't know why, I just forgot. But then this means you kind of be in front of your charts for quite a. So when I do get time, these are some of the things I'll be looking at. Here's another one, guys. 1 2 3, swing low, right? Swing high. Look at the fourth candle, takes out that third candle that forms the swing high, and look at the reaction from that. It's nuts, and it just happens over and over, over and over, over and over. Let me see if there's another one. This one takes out the fourth one. Here's another one. 1 2 3, swing low. The fourth candle takes out the third one, and we do get a huge. That in itself just looks like a strategy for me, man. It's like, I wonder if that's the same thing on the 4 hour candles. Anyway, we'll just look about for. That's just something to look out for. Really nothing much for me to see on the let's see the 4 hour. Nothing much. So this is kind of taking so much time, and I just need examples. This is some of the things that can be more elaborate when I'm doing my live streams, and you can just come in and we can do all that stuff. So for now, I'm just gonna look at the daily, get that daily high and low, and then just go straight to the 1 hour, honestly, because I feel like all I need is just to trade above that. If I get my entry, I'm in, and we'll see whatever works and what doesn't work. So in this case, do we have like any fair value gap around here? Nothing, but we do have this balance zone here, which can be a nice bounce to take price to the downside. That's on the 1 hour. I call that a BPR. I'm not sure if that's a BPR, but this signature right here is the same as the resistance right here. See how we have a wick? Yep, this was once red and bulls came in, if you can say it that way, and then this one shoots down, right? They put in a fight, but then the downward momentum was even stronger. So this should have been like a fair value gap or something, but it just got balanced. So if you're painting, the painter went down and up and down, so there's no need to come back here. So if it's coming back here, it's just a retest zone. So that to me becomes like an area that I want to see what price will do before when I saw such a thing. I'll be like, once we get here, we must go down, and all I'll be looking for is shorts. Even if everything's just saying bullish, anything to me that looks bearish, like a bearish candle, whatever, I'll just force it, and then when it takes me out, I get messed up because it's just an ego play now instead of just acting out with what price is doing. Who gives a shit about who cares what you think price will do? Price doesn't care about what you think it will do. It will do what it's supposed to do. So if it's coming up here, it's just gonna get up here, even if you think whatever. So we're just gonna we just react with the price, man. Like, let this price do what it wants to do. Just get in, get out. Let it do its thing. This is a gangster right here that we play. Gives doesn't care nothing about you, about your feelings and what you want. It's traveling and you're getting in its way. Come on, man. Anyway, so all I think is this would be a nice place for a reversal, because I think this is a BPR. We've seen this a lot, and look at this fair value gap. We already came into it and we're shooting down, so I'm thinking that we might have maybe to close this week and maybe take these lows here. So let's see. That's what we're gonna see. If we see that, we're taking advantage. If not, we just say bye bye. No forcing, nothing. So this is that area where I'm thinking that if we do get a nice trade to the downside, it would be nice. And then look what we have here. We have these equal highs, not really equal, but relative equal highs. Let's see how that goes, man. Let's see how this one goes. We'll be risking 1%, and we go trade. Let's go. Now for a fact, I know we're gonna be taking those highs. That's just given. It's a fair value gap here. Nice place to enter, but I don't play those games no more. I just need to see what I want to see. Look at that. Now I was telling myself that we have to get in here, so that fair value gap we can use to shoot up. That was me a while ago, and then when that fails, you're like, oh shit, I just wasted my but that was not in your plan, bruh, but you just did it anyway. I still think there's a high probability we'll take these highs. No. So this is good. This is really nice. If they do come down here and take this low, but we do have a breaker here. So up, down, took that low over there, and that is kind of where they're bouncing from, that high. So to shoot up, and what time is it? It's kind of 12:30. We might not be getting anything here. Okay, I like this. I like this. Look at all those lows that we left here. Now we've taken out this low, and I think this is a swing low. So if that is so, we'll be going up and take at least 1, 2, 3 highs. So let's see, what time is it? 12:42. So currently this is my bounce zone. It's too far. I don't have nothing here. So in terms of the 5-minute, this is the current 5-minute order block. 5-minute order block that I need to see confirmed if we are below 1250. After 1250, I don't require that too much. So far that's it. That closes in the next 1245 to 1250. The next 4 minutes. I usually like to be in a trade before 1250 while I. So that's 1250 for you, and I'm not seeing any setup for me. So that 5-minute order block has confirmed, and so far we do have this inverted 5-minute here that I think I'm going to check out. So the next examples, I'm just gonna go straight. This one is kind of taking a little bit more time. I need that to be the color, this one here, and that's a little bit too dark for my liking, and I think we're good. And I'm gonna name that inverted. Actually, we do have it right here. Hold up. 5-minute inverted 5. Okay, there we go. So in the 1 minute, I don't have a bounce zone, which is right here, and I can still use it. So once we close above that, then we'll see how that goes. 1250. I'm usually not so comfortable taking a trade right now. So what are we looking at? Boom. Everything now is whatever. I don't have gray. So that's my bounce zone. We just closed above it, so my setup should look like something like this. This is not my cream de la cream, I'm not gonna lie. And my stop loss has to be, that low is okay, but I put it on this low simply because there's a trade that came down and took me out took that low and then it shot back up, so I tend to not forget that. And if we do get to my, which is the other side, that's a 1:1 R, which is okay, but I think that we might go a little bit higher, but up to where though? Now this is a trade I want to take. I don't know. Equal lows here. Is this something I want to take? 1252. We have these equal highs here. I think we're gonna get them. Let's go. Place order. 1% limit. And we are in, so I need this thing to trade back to this zone. My stop loss is all the way down here simply because we have these fair value gaps here. It can easily come down here to shoot up. Well, let's see if this works. So that's 1:1. I'm thinking, can I get a better exit, or maybe get to up here right there, and we can now for just 0.27 extra. I'm good. So we're just looking at 1:1 R. Man, it's still good with me. And if we lose, we're just losing 1 R. So whatever, man. Let's go. Everything checked out, and let's see what we got. Okay, we've been tagged in, and seems like we'll be hitting that. What time is it? It's now 3. Oh. So 1 p.m. was where did we close? At 2 something. So who are these guys? FX Replay, for some reason they don't have any data after 1:14 p.m. Market closes at 2 p.m. So, and right now with the conditions, I don't like, excuse me, I think I'm not a fan of staying in the market after, so I kind of close before 2 p.m. because those gaps, I don't like them. So in this case, I think this might still work. So I would have closed maybe right there with something, but let's see. It seems so in. What I'm gonna do now is just go next. I do have all this data, all this whatever, and we'll just, you know, journal that later. So where are we? I'm just gonna go next to the next day, and we'll find out if we want this or not. So we lost that trade. Let's go see what happened. Yeah, it didn't do so much. So it got to 1:0.7. Yeah, I had too many questions. Equal lows here at 1250 has already done its thing. So probably in a live account, I would have just closed somewhere. So I'll probably be maybe a 1:0.5 R or a 1:0.2, something of the sort. But you know, it's all good. So that goes to the journals, and we were taken out around 5:18, same day at 5 p.m. after the market opened at 3, and they just shoot down, and at around 5:06 we do get the good setup now right there. Last up, they touch and they lift off, and it's all good. So that was not the real reversal at that time. It's all good, my guys. So let's go to the following day. What I'm gonna do is just put all this in a group here. So from now on, I'm just gonna go straight, trying to hurry up because I want to get done by 1 p.m. see how far I can go. So what day was this? This was the 10th. 4:10. If I start journaling, it's gonna take a lot of time, so let's just do this for now. For 10:25, and let's go to the following day real quick. We already actually on the following day. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just go to the front, open up that new candle right there, and let's first of all do let's see where we are on the daily. We are in between the previous day range, previous day high. So in terms of top-down analysis, this is the least you could do. previous day low right there. Where is it? So we're either looking to trade to the high or reverse this and trade to this low. So this is one set down candle and the bears came and took in, so the bulls came and took in. So how far are they willing to go? We're just about to close, so are they willing to get up here or down here? Or are we gonna just stay in there? And I'm Gucci. We're gonna go to the 1 hour candle. I'm not doing so much here, and pretty much that's all we need actually. Anyway, that's all we need. So the other thing I'd look for is there like a fair value gap anywhere in there? Nothing. On the 4 hour, is there anything? That's a balance zone right there. So this one seems like if we take this 4 hour, we might be going down, so I might just mark that right there. That's a balanced price range right there. 4 hour. I'm curious to see what happened when we got to the other BPR, the previous day. Let me just see that real quick. See, it did act as resistance right there. See that? So that's the thing. We got there, the bodies didn't even get to half, and they gave it a fight, and then they just had to bulldoze through it. So that's the thing, right? So it is a thing right there, right there, right there. Why does it say 420? 410, my guy, okay. Okay, so we are on today's date, and I think that's a thing. So we'll see if they want to trade to that high, but we're already going down. Anyway, who cares? We're just gonna do the same thing again. So that's the previous 1 hour. The previous 1 hour low, and that's the previous 1 hour high. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay, so that's that right there. So let's see, we do have a setup today. So this is our 4 hour balance price range, which I think this is a strong resistance area. I mean, it could go as deep as it can. So in this case, I'd like us to see if we can get down here and then come for these highs here. I like this here, those equal highs, although it's kind of going up, meaning this one traded above that, so that could be a liquidity grab in itself. Just not too convincing like this one here is. So what am I looking for? Maybe from that fair value gap, trade down here, and then let's see if we can attack those highs. If not, it's all good. If they keep going down, then we have no trade here. So on the 5 minute, I also like to see if we have any 5 minute fair value gaps. Like this one is incomplete here, the other one is way down here. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. Okay, ready? Let's go. So we traded above that previous 1 hour high. This is too shallow, but right now that's my bounce zone. The best one would be this one, but I also need to see a 5 minute bearish order block form before I take a trade. What time is it? It's 12:13. That right there is a nice bounce zone to take a short. We hit that 4 hour BPR, which I think is some resistance. It's really a big size though, so it can keep going up or whatever. So, but let's see how this goes. I like that so far. But on the 5 minute, I don't have a fair value gap, but that's a good setup over there. So we have this down candle. We just have it drawn. That right there, I'm gonna do, I need that to be in gray actually, no black. So that's my bounce zone, and we've closed below it, and so we do have a low high and a lower low. So that's a break in itself, and then we have an inverted fair value gap here, and I could just use that fair value gap as well. So that can be in purple. and that's what I'm looking for. Just one thing is not fulfilled though. I need to see a 5-minute order block confirmation. So I need to see a body close above the last green candle. So I need to see a black candle close below this one. So I still haven't seen that, so I can't take that trade because this could easily be a fake out. Now this can easily also just work, but I'm willing to let that go if it goes without me. So let's see how that works. Beautiful. So what about the 5 minutes? What time does this one close? It closes at 12:15. What time is it? 12:17. Let me see the next candle, what that does. So this candle closes at 12:20. So we can't do nothing until 12:20. So 12:19, 12:20. So that's why I was telling you guys, this it's a nice filter to wait for the 5 minute to create an order block. Because look at what happened. That 5 minute was really bearish and then it just reversed. And if I took this setup, that just looks like a loss to me, a quick loss, because I used to take those losses so much. My setup would just form, looking so nicely. Everything is just right there. Everything I'm looking for. But I just keep losing. I'm like, what the? So when I added the filter, I've kind of reduced those losses by like 80%, 80%. Like, and sometimes I do miss a trade, but it's okay, you know. So if I'm looking for a short right before 12:20, I need to see a 5 minute fair value gap form. So that right there is useless. And look, that would have been a straight loss, even though we do have a nice, beautiful setup right there. So man, we thank God for that filter. So let's see if they form another one or if they keep going up. So what time is it? I need to see now. This will confirm at 12:30 because this is a 12:25 candle. And what time is it? It's 12:29. So right there we do have a 5 minute order block now confirmed. This doesn't mean that this short is gonna work, but we're now in a better position, in my opinion, a better probability for now this short to work. So this is kind of what I'm looking for on the 5 minute, for a body closure below the body closure of the last up candle. So that right there is, now I can go to the 1 minute and look for a setup. So I need to find out which is the bounce zone. In this case it will be this last down candle before we short up right there. So let's see if this one will work. Let's see if this one will work. Do have a fair value gap right there. Just require for price to close down here. Again, price can come close down here and it doesn't come back here and it just goes without me. I'm okay, and that's kind of how I find it better to deal with FOMO, because FOMO is another mother of all failures. Oh, bam. Okay, this is good. So that's all I want, and then I just set up my trade entry at that place where I think is the last down candle before it went up. So that's my bounce zone. My stop loss can be just above that breaker, that last down candle. Could also be above this high, but honestly I just like my stop loss to just be safe. Again, I don't like this setup so much as well because we have those equal highs there, right? This right here could be liquidity, but we also know that they could just come take these equal lows and then come and take this later. So my stop loss is going to be up there, and this trade we're looking at 1:3.7, which is not bad. I can also get an aggressive entry, as I said, and just have my stop loss just above this zone here. Seeing that everything is balanced, I'm not really seeing any fair value gap that we need to trade back to, and I can get a better value, or I can just do this high. The thing is though, I'm still, I don't know, there's a trade I put in and this price came up, took that high where my stop loss was. It didn't take this one and then just went straight to take my whatever. So I'm gonna just stick to having my stop loss up there, and then as I take more data, then I'll see if I need to take a smaller stop loss. The least I could do is see the last high that was taken before it went down. That could be also a nice stop loss placement, and we can get like a better value, 1.73. But let's see. I'll just set it with 1.37 for now. So let's take that order, place order, limit 1%, and we're Gucci. Let's go. Now another thing is, if they just come in here and then starts going straight, we can move our stop loss to the downside a little bit. Then when we get here, just take like 80% off and then leave a runner to keep going down. We'll see how that works. Everything looks good. On the 5 minute, there's nothing stopping price until down here. If we keep going, the next fair value gap is way down here. That's the next spot. On the 5 minute, I think price can slow down a little bit. Damn, I have no 5 minute thing. I'll just put that color. Anyway, let's see if this will work. Okie doke, let's go. So we tagged in already, came back, tagged me in. According to your broker, I don't know if they will tag you on this one. So what I do is just wait for price. Once they get there and I hit my entry order, problem with that is in this case you might just get filled over there, which is still good. 1.13 and 1.34, bro, just a 0.2 are difference. So let's see if this bot boy went down, and in this case looks like we lost this one. Damn. And this is why I like my stop loss to be all the way. So if this was here, that would have taken me out. So nothing really happened. What time is it? It's 1:14. 12:50. I didn't look at 12:50. What did 12:50 do? 12:50 is right here. Went up, came down, went up, came down. So I don't know if this is gonna work, but we do have this equal lows, and so do we have equal highs here. So that was tough, man. That was tough, but I'm still in the game. What happened to my... I closed my orders. Oh crap. No, I need to know what happened there. Oh, we gapped up. Ooh. Yeah. Now this was, we saw a lot of this in the month of April. That right there is just messed up. Because now I'm telling you, if I was only losing 63 points, I ended up losing 241 points. Now there's brokers that will protect you from this and just stop you from where your original stop loss was, but I feel like most don't. They just stop you at the best price. So that is why I just like closing trades right before 2 p.m. But this one just kept going up to one. This FX replay, for some reason they don't have data up to 2 p.m. So that right there is a gap. We have to journal that. So this trade did not work out, and it's all good. But that was a really good entry. Well, it's a really good setup with everything I'm looking for just working out, but it didn't work out. So it's all good. Let's go to the next day real quick. We have a few minutes. I want to stop at 1 p.m. and probably I'll just come and do this later, and then I'll show you guys the results, because I just don't want to live stream for so long. This could easily take the whole day. Alright, let's go to the following day, see what we have to the next time. I mean, wait a minute, I need to note what day this was. That was the 11th. For 11:25. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's go to the following day, see what that looks like. I'm gonna keep it simple now. Just goes, there we go. So let's go to the daily time frame on this side. I need to see the previous day high on the previous day low. That's the least you could do on your top down analysis. The previous day high. I don't need the previous day low, it's way down here. And probably I'm gonna mark this old daily high here, which seems like we are probably I don't know, we might not. What the you doing, man? What do I write this? Old daily high right there, ODH. And then do I need anything on the 4 hour? Not really. So we are in between the previous 4 hour candle. We have a gap over there. That's good. What about the 1 hour? What do we have? So we have, this is nice. We have a fair value gap right here. So let's see if we can bounce. We can get in there and get a bounce to the upside, right? So let's move this side by 1 minute so we can open up the next 1 hour candle. And I'm gonna mark that previous 1 hour high, 1 hour low right there, and that previous 1 hour high. And I'm gonna pull out that 1 hour candle here, 1 hour fair value gap to the right. And let's just see what it looks like on the 30-minute. I think we have enough. So that's a down candle. We shot up and came down. So this is the 30-minute breaker here. Low, high, low, low. Put that in gray. 30 minutes. Just want to see if we're gonna get to that level. And we're Gucci. We're good. Do we have it on the 1 hour? The whole of this. So if we can go up, maybe get to that point, I would say that's resistance, and then get a reversal, that would be good. Or if we just come down into this pool and then go up. So I'm looking into this right here. Well, see how many examples I have. Once we get down there, just do something like this. My stop loss below that, the discount price of the fair value gap, and then just go to the other side, because I've seen a couple of examples where price just gets down here and we get that reversal. And we'll see, but for now we're not doing that. I need enough data. All I want is not to feel bad after I take a loss. I need to be okay with losses. Actually, I need to feel good when I take a loss. Not feel bad. Okay, doke, let's see what we have here. So probably I'm seeing that we might just come in here and then get that reversal to come and take this equal lows and maybe dive into this 1 hour pool here. Is that what we're gonna see? I don't know, but we see that we are taking part. Okay, we've taken out that high. From now on, I just need to see a 5-minute order block confirmation. So far, that's my bounce zone over there. That can give us a really nice value if it forms right now. So that's that 30-minute breaker. Let's see if we get anything. If it keeps going up, then we got nothing. That right there is a nice bounce zone, but do we have a 5-minute fair value gap? This candle closes at 12:15, 12:20. What time is it? 12:16. So we get a good confirmation in the next 4 minutes. What time is it? 12:19, 12:20, and it has gone without us. So this is a situation now. I just don't know so much what to do. So we do have that down candle and a fair value gap, and from now on we can see this stuff just go down. The next bounce zone is this candle here, so I can still wait for a closure below here and then just take that. Stop loss will be up here. It's not going to be a very good value, but a win is a win. Stop loss all the way up there. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 1.2. That's all it's offering. That's all I'm gonna take, because I don't know if I'm okay just having my stop loss over there or just even above that breaker, man, and we can get like a crazy 5.26. So I'm thinking, do I just enter? Because now I do have a 5-minute order block confirmed already right there. 5-minute bearish order block confirmed. On the 1 minute, I do have a bounce zone that was confirmed, so that was supposed to be my entry. What would you do? Would you just enter right now? Kevin, trader Malera. I will enter this trade just from right there. My stop loss up here. Everything is checked out. I think we can make 1:2 over there. So this is gonna be a market order, and we are in that trade. So all I think is we're gonna come in here, and I think we might go a little bit deeper. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, right here would have been the ideal place to enter. Just below these down candles before we go up. But I'm thinking if we close below, then we can do an entry. Like we can go 0.5% risk and just have a stop loss back here just to complement the existing whatever. So let's see if that will work. So our name is 5. Once we close below it with the 5-minute candle, then we can add some more to get down here, so we can get a little bit more than 2R. I will put this on this. No, let's just be here. Okay, doc. Now I'm really okay. We come and we take that loss. I'm okay with that. But I feel like everything's just looks good to go down. We are staying there too much. 1240. These don't look good. But we do have that fair value gap. Maybe we're coming to retest that again in that breaker. Honestly, I like when I enter a trade and it just goes my way, man. I hate this retracement. Alright, let's see how that works. So seems like that was just a retest of that bounce zone. Again, what time is it? 12:49. So 12:50, you might see us just moves to the downside. Now, am I still willing to take that extra trade from here? Let's see. There we go. 12:50 just does some things. So do we close it? Oh, look at them come back to test that 5-minute area. I just need to know what time. This candle closes at 12:55. What time is it? 12:52. So in the next 3 minutes. Done. That baby gone. And we hit TP that quick. I feel like I could have added, but I don't know. I just keep on taking more data because I need to see like a 5-minute candle closure and then go back, touch it, and keep going down. But it didn't need to do that. It did retest that area though with the 1-minute candle. That for me doesn't quite cut it, but we are still learning more and more about price. I feel like this thing just goes deep and deep and deep. But if you just keep it simple for yourself, you can get something. So that was nice. That was really nice. Probably would have gotten a better value if I waited for a retest, but who says that it's gonna come back? I don't want to find out. So instead of making 4R, I made, where did I enter on this trade? I think it was this candle. I made 2R, which is still okay. Because what I want to see is 5-minute order block confirm, and then go back to the 1 minute. I need to see the bounce, the last down column before it went up, and then I want to see a retest. So normally it's gonna be the 5-minute order block confirm first, and then you go to the 1 minute. My entry zone is formed, and then now we see a retest. But in this case, it had all happened. It had all happened. So I guess I just go in with the market entry order, and I feel like it's gonna keep going down, but I'm good. We just made 2R right there. Let's see how far this thing went. Okay, so it got to that 1 hour fair value gap. So don't tell me that's not a thing, man. It is a thing, and it still wants to keep going down. So we Gucci. That was a good win. Put all this in one, whatever. This was the 14th. I can do 2 more examples and then I'll just wrap this up for 14/25 Monday. For 14 25. Gucci. I'm curious how far this thing went. Let's go to the next day. I want to know how far did we go, brother. How far did we go with this set? Damn. So the potential was 1:4.6, and if I got that like perfect entry, the potential would be 7R. Well, that's okay. And then it comes back, retest that 5-minute zone over there, and then shoots down, and pretty much whatever. Anyway, that's all in the past now, so we good. How far was this guy? Okay, let's go to the 15th. Let's see what we have here. Go to the daily. That's the least I can do because I want to see where we are. We're in between yesterday's the previous day range. I feel like that's something good to know. Could probably get up here or get down here, but in most cases we just stay in there, especially if at this time we're still not at either end. And then the following day we might see now an explosion that just takes us out of this range, either up or down. So previous day low, previous day high. 17 views. That's Gucci, man. Keep going, man. You'll make it. Oh, thank you so much, Patrick Romanuk. I appreciate that, man. That's good. Thank you, big dog. We all will make it if we keep going. Thank you, sir, Patrick. Yep, that's a good comment right there. 1250. Oh, that was just a fresh comment actually. Patrick Romanuk. Alright, let's keep going, man. Where are we? This is the daily previous day high, and then we have this gap here that we are working. I'm not gonna mark it, that our volume imbalance. I feel like my strategy just works out. Now this is the concept I was talking about. See how we've taken that previous 4-hour low? I don't know if I have that marked. Previous 4-hour low. There we go. See, so this is the same thing that I want to see with the 1-hour candle. We go below that 1-hour candle, and then we go in the range, and we want to go to the other side of the range. So with the 4-hour, I'm thinking this is the same thing. And then when I was talking about those swing lows, we do have a low, lower low, and a higher low. And then the fourth candle comes and takes the third candle of the swing low. Pretty much we can now expect the market to shoot up to this level. We'll see if that's what's gonna happen. So our main aim in this case is that previous 4-hour high. If I still don't see my entry, I'm not gonna take it, but that's something I want to start watching, because I'm thinking this is where we're coming. So let's go to down to the 1 hour. So in this case, I'm not really expecting this 1-hour low to be taken out. But we'll see. So what time is it? To 11:59. We're gonna go to the front with one candle. So the 1 hour, the new 1 hour opens up, and I'm gonna mark that previous 1 hour high. And then let's mark that previous 1 hour low, which I don't think in this case we're gonna be coming down to. So I'm thinking we're gonna take that high, and in this case I'm not expecting us to go to the downside. That doesn't mean that if I see a setup to go short, I won't take it. We all know they can easily come and whatever to go up. This looks so good. We have all these equal highs here. Looking at the 5-minute, we have this unclosed gap here, just a small tiny bit. So I'm willing to trade into it. I don't know. That's a 5-minute. Wow, how is it I don't have it? interesting. Whatever. We do have that 5 minute over there, so let's see if we can get up there to go down. But in this case, I think they'll keep going up. Look at these equal highs here. They're so nice, and I think that's where we're going to. I might have missed that entry. I mean, it's not in my plan though, but this is about, we took out the previous 4-hour low, so maybe that's something that's needed for me to, you know, to not care so much about having to take that previous 1-hour high, 1-hour low. But this happened at 11:15 a.m. 11:15 a.m. I'm not thinking about taking any trades. So let's see how this works, man. Let's see how this works. Perfect scenario is we could just shoot down, take that low, and then come up to take out that high. Or I'm thinking if we take this high, they'll just keep going up to attack that 1-hour high. But if we can get there or whatever, just get a shot. We can see if we can get something to go down. I don't know. But some of those days where I'm not expecting a shot produces some of the best shots ever. So let's see how that works. So what time is it? It's 12:13, still early in the 12th hour. That's my current bound zone right there. I still must see a 5-minute order block, so we're still sitting on our hands here. I don't like this. We have those equal highs here. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. But what do we have here? I don't like this. We do have a 5-minute order block confirmation there already. And pretty much this one is what I should have used, because it's just a series of candles, so we can just use this one. So that's a change in state of delivery right there. I don't like that. This is the original 5-minute fair value gap, and we just traded into it. We've taken that high and this high, so I don't know. So looking at this is the bounce zone here. So if we close below it, we should take a trade, and we have. So I'm gonna take that trade, but I am skeptical though. But everything is checked out. I just don't like these equal highs like this. Good thing is this one has taken this high and this one has taken this high, even if it's just by some points. So everything is checked out here, so I'm gonna take that trade. That was the last down candle before we went up, and then we shot down. I need to see a candle closure, which has happened below that zone, and I need to see a 5-minute order block. In this case, just up the open price of the last up candle. I need to see a down candle, and that's gonna close below the open price, and I call that an order block. That's all. So best value for an entry here would be to wait for us to get to this fair value gap, and my stop loss just above those highs, and then we aim for the opposite side. But in this case, I'm okay just taking a trade from that zone over there. So an aggressive stop loss will be down here. I don't think that will be smart though, because we do have that gap over there. So that high is okay with me. I don't like this short, but sometimes some of these trades that I don't like happen, just work. We're gonna do a limit order because I needed to go back to that spot, and we're Gucci. So if it trades up here, I'm gonna be in. I think there's a high probability we're gonna come back to this fair value gap, or at least this inverted fair value gap here, right there. So let's see how this works. I like how that candle looks like though. It's red, it's bearish. Now looking at this, we're not that far from my entry, so while we're looking at 1.7, if I just did a market entry, that would be 1.5. So on a live setting, I'd probably just do a market entry over there. It's not that far, but let's just stick to the rules for now. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, that baby's gonna go down without us. Okay, we are tagged in. Seems it's gonna be getting here again. I don't like those equal highs over there. But so far bodies are being kept within that breaker right there, the last down candle, low high, low low. 5 minutes is looking good. We enter into that fair value gap right there. So let's see how this baby goes. Now the other thing I like to look at is there any 5 minute fair value gap to the downside? There's nothing. So right here looks good. This is like a walk in the park. There's no gap, so this should be, we should just slide easily here to down here where there was a 5 minute fair value gap, and that was the last point of resistance, of support. So probably we might get down there. If it keeps going down, where else could we go? There's nothing else. So you could see this guy just shoot down like nuts. Anywho, let's go. Let's see. I need to mark that 5 minute. Pull this to the side. All right, let's see what we got here. Do not go back up. Crap. Okay, we're in the money. What time is it? 12:48. And then we'll see what 12:50 will do. 12:48, 12:49, 12:50. We get to see some. Oh crap! Yeah, not looking so good. 110. I usually like to hit my target just before 1, man. But when I see this, I don't like that. Those equal highs, I don't like them, but it could still work. I don't know. Did we gap up or down? We gap down, so we saw a lot of this in the month of April. We saw a lot of this gap. So in this case, this gap down worked for us, right? Because our TP is right here, and it gapped down. So I don't know. This could have easily gapped up. I'm not happy for that win. I'm not gonna. But a win is a win. A win is a win. But yeah, just before 1 p.m., just before the market closes, I just close my trades, man. So in this case, it does take you out on the best. So my stop was here. That's my take profit. So if it can't take me out here, it takes me out on the best price that it can. So in this case, it was down here because that's the only thing. Whatever. So instead of taking 1.73 because of the gap down, we were taken out with around 1.5 because you can see our equity was, I think we will be, I don't even know how much we had. Realized P&L 1.8 risking, so they took a whatever. Anyway, that was a win. So we're gonna journal that. Just not a fan of those gaps. I'm not a fan of those gaps because I'm thinking if it was the other way, then you cannot take a huge loss, man. 415.25, but a win is a win. I'm just not a fan of gaps. So I'm gonna do one more example and then I'll just wrap up this live. I think we've done enough for the day. And then I'm gonna go journal, put more examples, put them here so it's easy for me to come back and see my examples, what we did, there was a loss or a profit. You know, kind of, this is, see how I'm skeptical for such things happening before my entry, because that right there is a price magnet. Might easily just come, finish that and then go up. Anyway, I'm gonna do one more example and then we Gucci, we good here. So let's go to the following day. We now the Tuesday. Let's go do one more. A lot of these gaps happen in the month of April. So it's hanging a little bit. There we go. I'm curious though, what happened here? I'm curious to see what happened. What happened after the gap down? Okay. So it gapped down, came into that gap a little bit and then just kept shooting down. Interesting. Alright, let's go do that analysis real quick. The least I can do is just mark the previous day high and low, and pretty much for my strategy that's all I need, honestly. And as you can see, we are way below that previous day low, and we are just about to get to that old daily low right there. Do I have those marked? And another old daily low over here. So that looks to me that that's a target that we could easily get to. This is just too bullish. Pretty much what I'm looking for is the low of the day, right? And then see if we can retrace a little bit back into this current day range, but we'll see. The price will let us know. Price action will tell us what it wants to do. So that's the previous 4 hour right there. Previous 4 hour. Okay, I don't need to mark that. And then the 1 hour candle is right here, and I'm gonna go next so we can open up that 12 p.m. candle. And what I'm gonna do is mark that previous 1 hour low like that. This is the last example, and then with Gucci, I like this right here. I like so far what I'm seeing. The previous 1 hour high, and then I like that on the 1 hour we have that fair value gap right there. So that's an area we can see us get into easily. I need that to be a little bit more blue. That's good. 1 hour. So the play here I would like to see is straight down. If we can trade down and then go up, retest, and then come take this high, that's what I'd like to see. So let's see if that's what's gonna happen. If not, we'll see how we can participate in this. What's going on here? So that's the lowest low of that previous whatever. And I pull this to 1 p.m. because after 1 p.m. I don't like taking trades, and if I'm in a trade I like to be like deep in profits, because my aim is to close out before the trading day closes out. So let's see what we get here. Let me look at the 5 minute real quick. There's a 5 minute fair value gap here and here. So in this case, for me to take a long, the best place would be if we closed above this last up candle before we went down. If we can close above that, I think. Wait a minute, but this is too late though. That's too late. So I need an entry down here. So this is gonna be a problem. See that 5 minute fair value gap and this one, and that last up candle, that might be some resistance, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, on to the last example. Let's see what we get here. So far that's the last up candle before we shut down, took that low. So I need to see us take this low as well. Oh, beautiful. So now that's our last bounce zone over there. So if this trade keeps going down, then I have no trade, and I still need to see a 5 minute order block confirm. I don't know if I should call it a breaker. I'm just gonna leave it like that, but it should be a breaker. Low, high, low, low. If we close above it as a breaker, breaking people's hearts that wanna keep going short. Let's look at the 5 minute. Okay, so this is like a bump here, and this is also another bump that we can see nice entries. So are we coming to take these daily lows here, which is a high probability, taking those lows, and maybe even this one, and then we can look for a short from there, which also happens to be 4 hour lows. That's okay. That's why I need those levels there. All right, let's keep going. What time is it? 12:09. Still early in the hour. Beautiful. I like that. I like that. I like that. I wonder if we have that 5 minute confirmed. This closes at 12:15. What time is it? 12:14. The next 1 minute. So we still don't have a 5 minute order block. Yes, we do. No. This is the 12:15. Closes at 12:20. So we still have to stay put until 12:50. Let's see what we get there. that 5-minute order block confirmation, it's a really nice filter, man, for this strategy. It's a really nice filter. So now I can't even think about taking shots because it's still going down. So if that 5-minute order block doesn't confirm, man, I wonder if that's where I might be heading to. If you want to take trades all the time, just wait for 5-minute order block confirmation, go down to the 1 minute. If I see a break come in, I'm taking it and just scalp in and out, in and out. Anyway, let's stick with this fast. Let's work with one thing first, because I want to be a scalper, like 2 minutes, like 2 seconds in out. That's where I want to end up. Finish trading in 15 minutes and you're done for the day. Okay, what do we have here? Yes, we do have a 5-minute order block confirm right there. I like that. So I'm looking for anything telling me that, you know, we're changing to bullish. We do have this fair value gap here. If we do close above it, then we're gonna have a 5-minute inverted. But for now, let's just chill and see. And this is my bounce zone so far, so everything is looking good. So the last up candle, which is this one, we still have till we close it with a body. Yes. Everything checks out, man. 5-minute order block confirm. Okay, I'm not gonna take that trade. I'm gonna add another filter. If we do close with the 5-minute above this 5-minute whatever here, inverted fair value gap, I will take a trade. Inverted fair value gap, bruh. Don't we have it on the 5-minute? There we go. And I like it when it's inverted 5. This is the last example and then we're done. So we got to 16th of April and just a few more days to end the month. So this could just be a is that venom. So we're not supposed to go past half of this fair value gap. If I see that, then that's a good indication that we want to go up. I'm gonna have that in green. So we cannot close past half of that. And I want to see what time is this. This is the 12:30 to 12:35 candle. So we have like 4 more minutes. Let's see what the next 4 candles do. Beautiful. So this right here, man, could be this trade going without me, because that was supposed to be the entry right there, but I'm just playing too many games. 5-minute order block confirmation right there. The 1-minute bounce zone was this one. So we closed above it, we came down deep, so that could be a nice entry, but I'm gonna wait for 12:34 because I did add another another filter that I wasn't really supposed to, so let me just wait for it. So this candle closes in the next 3 minutes. Boom, 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 and we Gucci. I think I'm gonna take that trade. So I should have taken it from here. Once we close that, that's this right here was supposed to be my entry, my stop loss down here. So I'm just gonna get a bad value. Another area I could enter is just wait for a closure right above this up candle, but I'm just gonna do a market entry, and my stop, my TP is gonna be all the way up here, but I should have entered from down here. I just second guessed myself. I wasn't so sure, but it's okay. 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 So let's take that trade. That's gonna be a market save. Gucci. Now I'm thinking to myself, we have closed above. Let me see, what was I saying that it came? Yes, could be a venom. We didn't even come into that fair value gap. So is that a venom? Who cares anyway? That's the last up, kind of went down, went up. I'm trying to see the 5-minute. Beautiful, beautiful. I also did mention that, no, I didn't mention this one, but this is also an up candle right there. Let me have that in gray. So a 5-minute body close above this zone. If we do retest, that's looking good. What time is it? Still early. No, 12:35 is not that bad, but I need to watch out for this guy here. That one, you gotta watch out for that. 5 minute. No. And there's also another one up here. So that might be a problem here for us to get up here. So now what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We do. All right, let's go. I'm in this trade. So do we have a 5-minute closure? Because I feel like I should add some more here. Yeah, we did close. Ugh, maybe I did sleep, man. So we did close. That's a body close, and then we can see a retest of that candle over here. That could be a nice re-entry, but you know what, it's okay, let's just go. I'm a little bit concerned when we get up here. What will that be? That will be 0.92. Again, if I enter this trade like I was supposed to without putting in so much feelings, what would we be looking at right now? Or even just a buy stop over there. You know what, stop it. We just got a market entry from this candle here, retracement, and we're going up. So good. If this works, we're looking at 2.1. So I'm a little bit worried about this area though, but I think there's a high probability we'll come into this 1 hour fair value gap here. Pull this to 1 p.m 3 p.m no 1 p.m. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. Okay, doke, let's go, let's get it. 392. I want to see 1248, 1249. Now look at 1250 just shoot up. I wasn't sure that's what 1250 was gonna do. Now this right here, I've seen trades where 1250 just shoots up like that, so in your head you're thinking we still have to go up, and then it just shoots down. So if this was a live whatever, 1.6, I'll probably pay myself something, but in this case let's just hold. That's just my, because sometimes when you're in profits you're even more nervous than when you're in losses, right? But knowing what 1250 can do, because this could just be a fake out to go up and then it just shoots down, but pretty much this looks good. Oh, they come down. The least we could do is maybe break even, but in this back test I've not been breaking even, so let it just go. Looks good. Looks good so far. And are we gonna hit TP? Boom, we hit TP. Beautiful. So that was a really nice trade. Really nice trade. If I did follow it by the book, my entry should have been right here. Closed above the bounce zone. I mean 5-minute order block confirmed real quick. But when it's a series of candles, I do like the first one here. I do like that one as my order block confirmation. That one is more, 1 2 3, not just this one but the first one. So I think my entry was just fine. My entry was just okay. And where was my entry in the first place? Damn, forgot. It was a market entry. Where was it? No, it wasn't there. There was my entry. So as I was saying, the 5-minute, the best one was this one. I think I was just in the zone, man. FOMO was playing with me. And so once we close above that, which was this candle, 1230 to 1235. So what is 1235? Right here. So probably now identify a bounce zone, which was this one, which you already closed above, so it doesn't need to get down there. So probably that entry was the best. Honestly, it was a nice entry, so it's okay. So that was not in consideration, but I can put that in notes that, hey, next time just wait for, if it's a series of 5 candles, wait for a closure above this one. So I don't really beat myself, but that was supposed to be the entry. So let me just see what the return would have been. Just guess 3.69 instead of 2.9. I mean, a win is a win, I'm not gonna lie. So that was a really nice trade to finish with. And let me see how far this thing went, because I don't want to do another example. We're good until the market closure, but these guys are closing early. Oh, wait a minute, 12:51, 3 p.m. So that was the highest. So in terms of potential, we were looking at 2.7. So guys, we're good. That was the last of it. This thing just repeats itself every day, and pretty much that's what you're looking for, right? My friend, can you just go back? Oh, there we go. What changed? Nothing. That's it. That's the simple. I mean, it's not that simple, but I've made it simple for myself or whatever. And now I just have to go and journal all those trades, and then probably outside of the stream I'll keep taking more examples. I'm just a little bit tired right now, so I'm gonna take a small break and then get back to it maybe, and then I'll share the results with y'all. So I should make a video before the weekend is over, and I think the video will just be about sharing the results of this, and then just keep it simple. 4, 16, 25, and that stuff just repeats over and over and over. So this used to be my strategy, and then I'd actually require to see the previous 1 hour range taken, and then I'll require to see, I had RSI, so what I wanted to see was, let me see if we can get one here. I wanted to see divergence between RSI and price. Like in this case, this is nice. That's a good example right there. See what we see here, and then right there. Oh, come on. And then what I'd wait for is the high between the divergence, which will be this one. Wait for price to close above, and then I'd set a limit and half, or an OTE entry, so from the highest high to the lowest low. So sometimes it would tag me in, but this would also happen a lot where price just went without me. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. And then of course I was jumping strategies. It was okay, it was nice, because sometimes you could just set and forget. Once you see that, you just set your limit order, and you could just stay away from the charts, and you come in and everything's working. But I've started losing a few losses. I was like, this is not it. I just used to jump strategies, and that was just stupid. But I don't need the RSI no more. We don't need that no more. We can just trade an empty chart all day long, as long as I do have those 1 hour levels, and that just works for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna end this stream here. 26 views, thank you so much. 1 engagement from Mr. Patrick Romaniuk. His comment was, keep going, man, you will make it, man. You do the same too, we will make it, you know what I'm saying? And that was some really good examples, man. So the balance is up at 7k. Remember, we took it down to, I think it was down to $1,000 because of that gap up, and then we just took it up to 7k. But I'm gonna end here, so let's just go see what we did in terms of the days, the profits that we made a little bit, and we'll get back and journal all these things. So I do have a lot of journaling to do from 4th and up to 16th, so that's some data to enter, actually from fast. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days to enter here. So I can have those examples. So going through them is simple, easy. So I don't know if I'm gonna do another live, maybe in the evening, go through some more examples, or I just do them on my own and then come back to do a review, or just work on that video, which I think I should. It just takes some time though, but I'll work on it. All right, let's go see the stats. Our percentage has gone up. You said 37, that's up to 40%. That's good. But this is just combining everything I've done. So summary is how you look at, and then we go to analytics, session analytics, whatever. So total P&L is 4,000 for how many days? For 5 days. 60% win rate, which is good, very good. So we had 3 total winners. The best win was 2%, the average win was 1.95%, consecutive wins, so 3 back-to-back wins and 2 back-to-back losses. Worst loss was only 1%, so we are winning more than we are losing, so that's beautiful. And the losers were took so much, 1 day 3 hours. That was one trade where we kind of stayed a little bit. What else are we looking at? Monday was my best day, Wednesday was the best day, but this is not so much because we only did a few days. So we are up 3 hours in the month of April. That's not bad. Can we see individual days what we did? So the first 2 trades were losses, and then the next 3 trades were winners with the potential to make even more. So I'm curious to see what the rest of the month will look like. So we Gucci the month of, no, we don't have that data here, so we'll see. So the target is to get to a full year. So right now we only have March, and now we have April, and now we'll catch up to March to May where we are, and then probably just go to older months and just try to get a year, because I'm thinking, man, it's just like the same pattern around that time, which is what I want. I need that trade to be mundane, like until I'm bored seeing the same thing over and over. No more jumping strategies, man. We stick with one thing, and that's the way to go. During hard times we persevere, not jump to other strategies. And during good times we enjoy. And I think I'm gonna end it here, and thank you so much for joining in. Gonna have 4 people viewing. You can go back and see what we did, and I'll see you on the next one. Trader Maria, and I'm out. God bless y'all. Peace.